One of the kings of the pasta dishes is the carbonara. Sandwich as big as my head. Good morning everyone, it's day 3 of my business trip in Rome and I'm at the Colosseum this morning. It's absolutely beautiful morning today. So today it's a bit more relaxed. I don't have any train travel, nothing like that. I can actually sit down and get some work done. It's currently 8 AM, so I'm just getting a pre-work stroll in and I'm going ahead to get some breakfast as well. For lunch, I've actually made a special reservation at a place that I've been wanting to go to every time that I come to Rome, but it's always fully booked. So I'm just so happy I managed to get a table this time. Stay tuned for that one. But yeah, sit back, relax and enjoy the food today. I fancy something a little bit sweet for breakfast. It's a 2-minute walk down here. Let's go. So down this relatively small street, there's this place called Cuiri, and they do a lot of breakfast pastries, as you can see here. And I've never had a cannoli before, so I ordered one that came with a pistachio ricotta cream on the inside, and it was topped with pistachios and powdered sugar. I ordered a coffee on the side, and boy oh boy do these coffees put the ones from the UK to shame. Beautiful. Now onto the cannoli. So, having never tried one before, I had no idea what to expect, but biting into it, it was a very crisp, biscuity outside, and the inside had that lovely ricotta filling. It wasn't overly sweet, but it definitely had a nice sweetness to it, and the pistachio flavour was really in there as well. The topping, it was there more for texture, but it was still absolutely delicious. I mean, after having this for the first time, I would definitely go back again, and I highly recommend that you too. I'm fueled and ready to go for the day, so I'm going to head back to the hotel, get some work done, and the next time you'll see me is around lunchtime when I can walk around again. I finished my meetings and we're heading into the early afternoon here in Rome. It's just so warm but so lovely to be outside. Now I'm getting a bit peckish, and like I said, I've got a table booked at a restaurant that I've been dying to go to. Every time I go to Rome, they're fully booked. Now, Italy is well known for its pasta dishes, and one of the kings of the pasta dishes is the carbonara, something that we people from the UK get wrong every time. But the Italians know how to make a good carbonara, and last time I was in Rome, I was fortunate enough to go to Luciano's, who's the king of carbonara himself. And I'll show you a picture from my Instagram up here, but it was delicious. I wanted to go there again this time round, but unfortunately they're shut for renovations. And when I spoke to Luciano, he did say that the place that I've got a booking for serves the carbonara that's on par with his own. So let's head on over there and try it for ourselves. We're getting close. I'm probably going to get hammered for my pronunciation, but it's called Roscioli. It's just down there. We've arrived. Now heading inside, you can see that this is a deli with a restaurant attached to it. The restaurant was very, very full, and because I was on my own, I had to be sat on the bar table. No problem. I was right in front of the guy who took my order, actually. So I ordered a starter and a main. The starter were these beautiful courgette flowers stuffed with beef ragu, and then the main event, of course, is this beautiful looking carbonara. So starting with the starter, the outside was wonderfully crisp and the inside was very, very rich with the beef ragu, but as you can see, it was very, very hot. It was served with this ricotta dip on the side, and it was lovely to have something that cut through all of the richness of that beef ragu. Very, very solid starter in my opinion. But now onto the carbonara, and as you can see, it was just beautifully thick. That sauce was absolutely glistening. First bite, I was pretty much in heaven. Very, very good. And those are the fried guanciale pieces, and they were incredibly crisp on the inside and had a lovely salty flavour to them. And the sauce there, as you can see, was just so thick and unctuous. But before I knew it, I was on to the last few mouthfuls, and oh man, it was very, very sad. On to the last bit of guanciale, trying to mop up as much of that sauce as possible. Oh man, I wish I could go back now. Now that is how you do a carbonara. That was absolutely delicious. But I have to say, not as good as Luciano's. And in fact, I'm outside Luciano's restaurant right now, and you can see the renovations are very much underway. It's a shame I won't be able to experience it one more time, but oh well. And those courgette flowers, what a revelation they were. I'd never tried them before, and I saw them on the menu and I was like, you know what, I really want to try that. And I'm so proud of myself that I was able to make that impulsive decision. Yeah, Simon from even a week ago wouldn't have been able to make that decision. The eating disorder would have said, no, you came for carbonara, that's all you're getting. And this is what this intuitive eating challenge is teaching me. It's teaching me that you can afford to be impulsive. You're just following what your body is telling you that it wants. And in the moment, my body was saying, I want this. And I did it. And I'm just so happy that I'm in a positive enough mindset to be able to have done that, because that was a rather heavy lunch for me. Normally, my eating disorder would push the calories as late in the day so that I wouldn't go to bed hungry. But that's what intuitive eating is all about. So I'm going to walk around for a bit, head back to work, and then I'll catch you guys later on for dinner and possibly some more sights. Work is all finished for the day, and like I thought earlier, that lunch was pretty big and I'm still not overly hungry. But I'm going to go outside, look around and see what there is that I can go and get for dinner. I saw one of these earlier this morning. It's called a Sfogliatella, and as you can see, it's a very layered pastry. And inside it's stuffed with a sweet ricotta filling, essentially. I want to give this a try and then I can figure out what I'm going to get for dinner. Just spent the past 5 minutes getting the powdered sugar off my face. What I really like about Italian food is they've mastered the art of simplicity and subtlety, in that the ingredients really do speak for themselves and you can taste everything. The pastry, so flaky. The ricotta cheese, not overly sweet. It was just so tasty. The problem is it was heavier than I thought it was going to be. And we're heading to almost 9:30 in the evening. I don't really want to go to another restaurant. So what I'm going to do is head to a supermarket, pick up some stuff, and then head back to my hotel room. Just got back, so here's what I got. I got some bresaola, which is like a sliced beef. I got some nice round flatbreads, which are pre-sliced. And I got some green stuff. What have you got when you put these together? You've got a sandwich. So I'm gonna make a sandwich and then watch some TV. I'll bring you guys back in for dessert, which is already chilling in the fridge. So I just made my sandwich using the whole pack of the meat. A few sprigs of that salad. Looks pretty tasty, no? Oh, what a day. Started off very well with that cannoli. Lunch, absolutely beautiful. I mean, the carbonara, although not as good as Luciano's, puts every other carbonara that I've ever had in the UK to shame. Then you've got that pre-dinner snack, the Sfogliatella. Oh, I'm so glad that I finally got to try that. And then dinner, slightly boring, which is why I didn't film too much of it. But the beef was actually really tasty and that salad was surprisingly flavoursome. And when it was all put together, sandwich, mwah, lovely. Now, to actually end off the day, I've got a little dessert, a little treat. Yesterday, I had the Ferrero Rocher ice creams. Today, I saw another multi-pack of ice cream that I really wanted to try. Now, Magnum are currently doing a range with the Dante's Layers of Hell. You've got the Inferno, which is like a dark chocolate one, and you've got the Purgatorio, which is like a sort of biscotti flavoured one. And then you've got this Paradiso one, which is a pistachio ice cream with a ruby and white chocolate topping. It looks absolutely divine. Now, I did buy a 3-pack, but I actually gave one to a homeless person sitting outside. So I've only got 2 of these to nom through, but it's just what I needed to end the evening. So we've got 2 of these guys in here, and they're in a very rainbow looking colour packaging. Let's get it open. Yeah, so it's just a white chocolate coating. Let's bite into it though. You've got a ruby chocolate coating, the white chocolate coating on top, and then you've got this lovely pistachio ice cream on the inside. Oh, this is delicious, actually. You can see the pistachio ice cream. It's not overly strong with pistachios. It's a bit more sugary than pistachio gelato, but that's to be expected from something that's mass-produced like this. I mean, Paradiso, I don't know what Dante was trying to get to, but this is a lot of sugar. Overall, I'd probably give that a 7. No, 6.5 out of 10. The flavour was good, but it's just too sweet. What a life. Does anyone eat Magnums the way I do? Nibbling all the chocolate off first to leave the ice cream. This double layer of chocolate as well makes it so much nicer. Now it's the last bite. So I'm gonna go to bed. Catch you guys in the morning. Good morning, everyone. So yesterday was very much a big leap forward in my recovery as I navigate these uncharted waters of listening to what my body needs. Now I just wanted to touch upon something. One thing I've noticed is that even though I'm trying to listen to my body, I'm still eating quite a lot of sweet foods. For example, a whole pack of ice creams. And even though I feel as though that's what I need, I'm reading what a lot of people are posting in recovery forums or on Instagram, and they felt exactly the same way. They felt that in the beginning of recovery, they could eat a whole box of cereal, they could eat a whole tub of ice cream. And I think it's because when you deprive your body of it for so long, you tend to overdo it initially. And I think that's the stage that I'm at right now. And I'm willing to accept that. If I need to overdo certain things to desensitize myself to having it, I'm more than willing to do it if it means that later on I do not feel the need to do it. So the plan for today is I've got a couple of meetings in the morning and I'm going to be having breakfast with one of my clients. I'll catch up with you guys around lunchtime and then we'll see where we go from there. Meetings are all done and I got into something a bit more comfortable. It seems that anywhere you go in Rome there's something of historical significance. It's actually quite beautiful. Now, I've got about an hour and a half until my next meeting, and the Vatican City is about a 20-minute walk in that direction. So I'm going to head that way, have a look around, find somewhere to sit down and do some work, and then we can go and look for some lunch. Wow, that's quite something, isn't it? Now I've done my work for the day, so I'm just going to start heading back towards the Pantheon. Excuse me while I just cross the border one more time. Yesterday when I was just coming back from lunch, I came across this sandwich place, and it seems to be quite a hit with tourists. I was way too full at that point to be eating a sandwich, but the reviews look awesome, so I'm going to head back that way and see if I can go and get one. Now, just like yesterday when I was walking past the Pantheon, the line for this place stretches way out into the street. So many people waiting for a sandwich. Now the place, sorry for my pronunciation here, is called All'Antico Vinaio, and as you can see on the inside they've got an array of meats there, and then all of the sandwich fillings are shown for you to choose. Now here's my sandwich being made by the sandwich artist, probably better than the ones you find in Subway, and he's cutting up the pecorino cheese that goes on top of the truffle sauce in my sandwich, and on top of that there are some meats. You'll see that in a second. But on to eating the sandwich now. Sandwich has been acquired. I found a relatively quiet spot next to the Pantheon, which is quite rare. So let's open this guy up. I got the boss, which is ham, truffle cream and pecorino cheese. I absolutely love pecorino. So when I saw this on the menu, I had to get it. You can really smell the truffle. I mean, blimey. You can see the ham, the pecorino, and then the black stuff is the truffle cream. This really has put my other sandwich to shame, but oh well. Cheers, guys. I mean, look at that cross section. I waited a good 25 minutes for this sandwich, and boy oh boy, every minute was worth it. I mean, €6. I guess your sandwich as big as my head. 3 ingredients have made this the sandwich to remember. Pecorino. I'm about halfway through. That's about €3 worth. You can't even get a meal deal for that in Tesco anymore. That was perfect. It was the perfect sandwich. So I'm nice and full now. Gonna head back to my hotel where I've got a couple more meetings to round off the day. And then you guys join me again for dinner where I've got a reservation at another restaurant. Work, meetings, all done for today. I've dressed up a little bit and we're heading for dinner. I'm hungry. The restaurant is called Felice di Testaccio, or Felice for those on a first name basis. Thank goodness I booked a table because that place was full. Now here's the menu, standard Italian affair with a lot of different first courses, second courses, desserts, and they had a massive wine menu. But I came for this, the Cacio e Pepe, which has a tableside finishing where they essentially emulsify the sauce in front of you. But look at this in all its glory. So simple, yet so delicious underneath that exterior. First bite, I was in heaven. Pasta perfectly al dente. And that sauce, as you can see, it glistened with that pepper. Oh, just beautifully unctuous. And yet, before I knew it, I was on to the last mouthful. Sitting here editing that video, I wish I was there right now. Wow, so another restaurant that lives up to the hype. That Cacio e Pepe was absolutely incredible. I mean, yesterday I had the Carbonara, today the Cacio e Pepe, and I just love that they served it at the tableside as well. It was lovely. And that's the penultimate night in Italy done. I'm going to really miss this place. And I'm just so thankful that I'm in a much more positive mindset this time around. I've been to Italy before on business trips, and I've never been able to eat at any of these restaurants for the simple fact they didn't have a calorie list and it wouldn't have fit that darn spreadsheet that I kept on my computer. Now, on the way back home, I was thinking about dessert and I was going past these gelato shops, but I was just too full. And I'm going to listen to my body again, and I decided not to have it, which is interesting because the previous 2 nights I was having so much ice cream in the evening, irrespective of what I was having during the day. So I think this is a positive move in the right direction. Now I wanted something a little bit sweet, so I managed to pick up a small punnet of strawberries, which I'm just going to have while watching some YouTube videos. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the last few meals in Italy.